everyone, thanks for joining. It's Patty from PS Paper Crafts, and I want to show you the card that I made for this month, the July Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle. So every month I coordinate with 11 other demonstrators, and we come out with a bundle, a tutorial bundle, and I send it for free for anybody who orders from me from my online store. So you'll get 12 projects with pictures, instructions, measurements, the whole 9 yards. And each month we do something like a suite, or last month we did the in colors. So this month we're doing the You're a Peach stamp or suite. And this is my card. I think it's really cute. It's a happy birthday card. I did use a different stamp. I'll show you what I used when we get to the inside. But very simple. I think the highlight of it is the Stitched Greenery Die. And I love the peaches. So let's get started. The first thing I want to do is my Stitched Greenery Die. And I always, you know, it's a die, but it's almost like it's an embossing folder. So it's a little bit different than a die that would cut out. So I'm moving things around here. Let me get my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And I'm just gonna lay this out. Now with this die, I have my 1 and my 2 plate in here. And I'm going to do it upside down. So I keep a top plate that's a little bit less beat up and pretty flat. And I want to have this way so I can see it. It doesn't really have to be perfectly straight, but it's kind of like you're blind when you have it this way. If it shifts, you really don't know. So I am going to do it this way, and I'll just run it right through. And it's really a great background. I love it. Boom. All right, so let's get this off and put this away. I'm going to take it back out, or actually I'll probably cut my peaches and my leaves off camera. So with this, let me just get this thing. There are some holes in the back. You can push it through because it does really get caught in there a little bit because of all the stitching. And you could just pull it off. But isn't that pretty? I did a card with that with vellum, and it was really gorgeous. So that is our 1 layer that we'll be using. And then I also, and when we put it together, I'll show you, this is actually the ribbon. So this is the Pale Papaya, one of the new in colors, and I just have the top and the bottom of it showing in there, but we'll get to that. I'm jumping around. I have a basic white, it's a thick basic white card base, and this is where I'm going to stamp my peaches. So let me get my Calypso Coral and a piece of scrap, because I'm stamping off, and then I'm going to add a little bit more. I didn't want them so dark, but I did want to add a little bit of color, darker color to them. So let me get my sponge dauber, and I'll do 3 peaches. So again, I'm going to ink it up in Calypso Coral, stamp it, and then I almost forgot this step. I just want to dot a little bit here just to give it, I don't know, like a fuzzy look. So we'll push it down here, and they'll each come out a little bit different. So we're going to stamp it, add some of this, and I'm just adding it to like one side, not to the whole thing. And we'll stamp that down. So that's a little bit darker. And we'll do it again. Because you know, peaches, they're all a little bit different from each other. I think I was a little heavy on that one. And we'll stamp that down. Okay. And let's do the happy birthday while we have that color out. So I'm using, it's a 1/2 inch strip, which is perfect for this happy birthday. I think this might be my favorite stamp birthday sentiment in the whole catalog. There's something about it that I just really love. The script, I guess the font. All right, so let's put that aside, and we'll come back and do the inside in a little bit. So now I want the leaves, and I'm using Pear Pizzazz. and I need 3 sets of leaves. So we'll do 1, and I'm just doing these straight on. So 3 sets of leaves, and then I'll use the dies, and I'll do this off camera just because I have to pass it through 3 times. So we'll do the peach and the leaves. And you can put a piece of Post-it just to make sure it doesn't shift if you're doing 2 at a time. And these dies really hug right around. I mean, you're not seeing any weight around it. I like the way the new dies are. So we'll put this in and run it through, and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. I ran them all through. We'll take this one away, and we'll put this over here, get rid of these, and we've got our leaves and our peaches. So let's build our card. I'll show you how I did this ribbon. A little bit different, a little bit weird. So let me get my ribbon, and I'm going to cut 2 pieces a little bit longer. I just really like the top of this ribbon, so that's why I'm doing it this way. Or the bottom, the ends of the ribbon, it's got that kind of shiny, satiny look, and I wanted those just peeking out. So what I want to do is get my silicone mat, and I'm going to run the Stampin' Seal Plus along the back of this. It is a little bit sticky, and then I want to put this on. I want to have a piece hanging over. Let's see how it looks in the front. I think I want it a little bit higher. So it does, the ribbon does come up easy. Let's see how this is. So see, it just has that little bit of shine to it, and we'll do the same thing here. It's going right to the edge there, and it's not liking it. So I'm going to do it this way. I don't want to pull up the paper. It's a very strong adhesive, as you can see, and I want to use that for the ribbon. So we'll do this one, and this one we want, and I'm just trying to lay it so it goes right up against the edge there. And in my PDF, I have directions to do this, and I'm just hoping they make sense to people. Okay, so then we want to put this on here. Oh, I can't pick it up. There we go. So I want to put a little bit of adhesive here, so when I put it down, I'm not going to use that strong, I'll use this. So when I put it down, it stays down. Okay, and then we want to put this in the middle. So that looks about right. Okay, and then we can wrap this around and use some Scotch tape. And just hook it to the back. I love those peaches. Oh my goodness. Let me do this one. I folded it. There we go. Let me get another piece. Okay. So here we have our card, our layer, I should say. So now we want to just want to fix this one, I think. It seems like it's down a little bit. Well, that's how it will be. Okay, so now we want to put this down on our card. It was easier the first time. I think when I'm not on camera, things go easier. I didn't have all this problem with it. And we'll just get this so we have kind of even top and bottom. Okay, and then we can put our peaches on. So with the peaches, I ended up putting the leaves on and then putting some dimensionals on the back. So we want to make sure they're centered. I think I want this one in the middle. It's a little bit darker. And then we want these on. And these are funny. I put a little bit of glue here and a little bit on the top. And then this one I tried to have sticking up a little bit more. And then this one goes this way. And if it hangs over the card a tiny, tiny bit, you're okay, but you don't want it too much. Okay, so let's do this one. I'll just put a little tiny bit of liquid glue. How did I do it? Here, back here, and up here. I don't have any fingernails, so I'm really struggling today. I'm not a fingernail girl, so I cut them, which is probably odd for people. I probably have great fingernails for someone because they grow really fast and they're really strong. But I'm just not one of those kind of girly girls. I'm going to put this one upside down. Just not my thing. My daughter tells me she can't spoil me. Did I do that on the wrong way? I did that on the wrong side. I'm talking and I'm gluing because I don't like all those pampering kinds of things. It's just not my thing. Give me crafts and I'm a happy camper. But I don't like the pampering stuff. Probably more information than you ever needed to know about me. But let's continue. So I'm going to put this one on first. This one looks a little bit... I was trying to get them to stick up right because it's in the middle, but so I'm going to put a dimensional on that part as well as these. You know what it is? I like to do gardening, and it's not worth the breakage of your nails. I wear gloves. I get dirty. I like to have my hands in the dirt even with the gloves on, and sometimes with them not on. So that is my thing. So let's get these. I think I'm just rambling. Probably putting you to sleep. And let's get this one. So I'm just putting like 3 on, 1 on the leaves and 2 on the peach. Oops. And then we'll do the sentiment and the inside. I'll put this guy this way. Okay, and then the sentiment, which we already stamped, I'm just going to cut it, and then I'll use this the Banners Build-A-Punch, or Banners, I don't know. It's the Banners. Take your pick a punch. I'll have it on my blog. I know, I'm bad with names. So I'm just going to feed it in. I hope you can see that. I think it's Banners Pick-a-Punch. I put the banners on so I would remember, but then I forgot the last part of it. There we go. Okay, and we can put this on with dimensionals. And I'll just put 3 of these on. Isn't it pretty? With the stitched greenery and then that ribbon. And then on the inside, I'm using the Sunny Sentiments. Hoping your birthday is filled with all the best things. There's lots of peachy kind of birthdays, you know, have a peachy day. It's your day, let's celebrate you. Hope your day is as sweet as a peach. There's lots of those, but I just, I like this sentiment. So I'm going to use it, and I will do it in the Calypso Coral. And let me get my inside layer. Got all those things everywhere. Hoping your birthday is filled with all the best things. And then I'll do a little bit of a branch with the Pear Pizzazz. I've been using this quite a bit, and I really love it. So I'm going off the paper, but that's okay. And you can fit your peaches however they will fit. You'll get some of them and you won't get all of them. And I think it's just fine. Just trying to fit them in. Oh, and I probably, on this one, I stamped it off first. So whichever look you like, give you a choice, right? And close these up, and we can put this in, and the card is finished. You could jewel it up if you want, put some rhinestones or whatever, but I don't think it needed it. There's plenty going on with the ribbon and the stitched greenery. Look at this, I've got glue on my hands, that's my problem. So everything is sticking to me from that, the ribbon. So anyway, after all of that, we've got these 2 cards. Again, if you purchase from me during the month of July, I will send you for free the PDF with all the projects. And I also have a special this month, and trying to think of what it's called, the Artistry Blooms Adhesive Back Sequins. So if you place a $50 order with me, I'll send you that for free. Any size order, you'll get the PDF for free. So thanks for joining. You can check out my website. I'll have that information there as well. Have a good day.